What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. It is no secret that the collector market is skyrocketing in price right now, but what you might not have thought about as much is that the misprint market is going to another level alongside it and going far beyond. People are paying top dollar for unique cards that there are few and far between of, but it was brought to my attention, someone messaged the Facebook channel page, that in sold listings here, we see no name has imprint, no name has imprint all over the place, and they are omitting the word when they're selling these, and you see this lib time and time again at different prices here. Well, they're avoiding the word misprint. They're just actually describing what it is, or near mint, so a condition new, not tampered with. Yet when we go over here, another one's available. So these are supposed to be legitimate misprints. And if you actually message this seller about these cards, he says that he pulled it himself and his store buys about 15 cases of every set. And they find a lot of errors. Ain't that cute? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have a couple contacts that open far more sets than this on average, and they see nowhere near anywhere close to this amount of misprints. Even with Toon Chaos, that would be a set that has so many production errors with it that you would assume you would see some stuff actually like this. But no, YBM, Tier 0, they're seeing nothing on this level where you just have lib after lib after lib after lib. And the thing about these no-name with indent misprints are that they're not really desirable at the end of the day because they are recreatable. So even giving the benefit of the doubt, this man's is really just the most lucky guy with these misprints. He should go buy a ton of lotto tickets, and he has the most reputable listings such as Card Lots alongside these, where you're definitely going to get the cards that you see, except not at all. I would have to say that you want to avoid cards like these even if you think they're cool when they have the imprint. The sought-after cards in the misprint community are the no-names, which people really do like, but without the imprint, because that's not recreatable by just wiping the foil off and making it clean afterwards. You're able to do this with pretty much any card, and as you're seeing, these sets do range. Now, again, he claims that they're really pulled this way. I have no proof otherwise, other than back to data and source pulls of how likely that it is that he just happens to have Levianeer after Levianeer, or lib after lib after lib. But again, if I were you guys, I would specifically avoid this kind of misprint, just like I would avoid buying Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment, which I did not know creeped up towards $28 during this time. I feel like last time I looked, it was like 16 or 18. This is freaking disgusting to see it reach this point. People are after it for True Kings of all calamities. I don't get the impatience when it comes to cards like this. And Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line now towards $18. I'm tempted to just list all mine that I picked out of bulk at 12, even though I'm not an active seller right now. Like, it's almost free real estate just to get rid of them, because we know for sure, in one of the most open sets of the year, Battles of Legend Armageddon, that we do have Trishula being reprinted and basically the worldwide introduction of it. Welcome to getting calamities to everybody along with combos in this card worldwide now, and fan favorite foils like Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line and Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, because we love it every time those are getting played on this. Now, with the set description, we are hoping that the Numerons will be in here alongside the fossils and the appliancers, but when it comes to the set, I'm starting to think it's going to be a jobber set and not the awesome pack opener set. What the wrestling term jobber means that it purposely kind of loses to put somebody over, and while Battles of Legend in the past has been one of those super strong sets, until we get the final reveals, I'm starting to think more and more that the Return of Gold series is going to be a huge imprint. The first Gold series back tends to sell well in history, and when looking at Maximum Gold, and the fact that Apolos is in there already with an Altar Art, which we never got another Levianeer besides an Ultimate Rare, it's feeling like Maximum Gold could be the winner this year for reprint sets, besides the Megatons. Nothing beats the Megatons for the most part. But between these two sets, I'm starting to feel like Battles of Legend might be bending the knee. But this is just a personal opinion and kind of my eyebrow raised at the current, what we know. It's a couple weeks out, we don't have listings, maybe I'm going a little stir crazy. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. With the new gold rarity that is supposed to look oh so nice, do you think gold rare and this entire set, Maximum Gold, will do better than Battles of Legend? Or do you think Battles of Legend will be the winner? Because both sets should be awesome, but what set's actually going to beat the other one out this year on that list of best products? Blackluster Soldier would be a great reprint in either of these sets, and is actually going up during this time. Normal price 66, we see it towards 74 now, and it's actually up in price over here on eBay as well, 72, 73, and up and up. So this option in the extra deck just is not that readily available, and we're seeing people actually go after it again during this time, even though you have choices like, you know, access code talker actually being a little cheaper than this. It's just the time that it's gone on without a reprint and a lot of people hoping for it. Another card I've noticed is going up that I've seen a lot of online play with, especially with people teching kaijus in the side deck, is Relinquish Anima, because you can put the kaiju in the zone you want, slurp it up, and get a massive Relinquish, and he's towards $5 and then up somewhat quickly towards $6. So this actually was a low of, I think, $5.70 last night, so a motivated seller here, motivated, but it has been consistently going up in price, and it's maybe a card to consider getting sooner than later, of course using that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly. Ash Blossom has gone up to over $10 for every single gosh dang version. This is kind of mind-blowing considering you can still, I think, at Walmart get the dudes, the entire set for like $28 shipped to your front door when you're buying, you know, something else to get your cart to $35, at least in my area. I don't know how it works Walmart for everywhere, but I assume that's a blanket policy since it's shipping. And when looking around, other versions are starting to spike even a little harder, and the secret rare unlims are starting to settle in as we never got an ultimate rare. So Ash Blossom, I'd love to see some more reprints of it, but look at how many printings it has and how it's still just chugging on in price. People just feels like they'll always need this card in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the foreseeable future till it gets power crept somehow. Pot of Duality, the secret rares. The ultimate rare famously gets bought out time and time again. I like the first edition as an investment when it was around $26, you know, but now we see both the unlims starting to hit where the first eds were, and where's the first eds at, though? Where are they at? Oh, they're gone. One listing at $300. Yeah, that's free real estate. This card is very interesting in terms of its Yu-Gi-Oh! History and also having a higher rarity looming above it, but I don't think it was the worst buyout in the world. I just wouldn't have gone for the higher price ones. I wouldn't have made it all disappear. I'd just slowly get mine in over time. Somebody went for the whole basket, and we'll see how that falls out in the future. Speaking of my own personal investments, you saw that I did that ultimate rare video a while back. I think I got one unlimited Grand Mole for $12. Was that like 2 months ago? Now we see this card getting a full-on buyout with the unlimited Sick 90, and first editions, well, they're basically not around. $225. I only know this because actually the owner of Gem Playmats had 3 of these, and I was like, it's really weird that I don't have a first edition in my collection, because I actually used this in my first top. And so to look back at that and know that I played this card and don't have it max rarity, I was like, dang, maybe I should get his. Looked at the prices and I was like, nope, not today. Definitely not getting that for my collection. Judgment Dragon, speaking of, I Mimbo win. Chaos Lightsworn is a really fun deck, and a lot of people want to feel that good old day of paying $1,000 and blowing up an entire board. Well, $300 in order to do that just about with the ultimate rare. And if you're even looking at the secret rares, unlimited lowest 150 on this newest buyout, and first editions above 300. The collector's market is just on another level lately. It's going to insane proportions, and I don't know where the actual stop button is on this ride, and if second checks come through, it's crazy. Now, there's a large conversation that the stimulus checks are what caused this boom. I think it just accelerated it. Whenever we got Starlight rares into our market, people realized, wow, people are spending a lot on Yu-Gi-Oh! I think they would spend more on this or that or this. The prize cards are similar in price. There goes their ceiling. The prize cards skyrocketed before the checks. The Ghost Rare skyrocketed before the checks. Stuff like Darklaw and other cards were starting to skyrocket before those. It was a huge accelerant in the market, and if we see that again, just like other collectible markets, like my Godzilla figures back here, they've been going up in price on the secondary market even. Anything that has a very strong secondary market feels like it's thriving right now on another level. level. Pokemon's collector market, as I understand it, is also just going up, up, up. And Magic had some weird second trader fallout information going somewhere. So definitely there's other issues with Magic and why it had fallout, but a lot of collectors markets are doing very well right now. And speaking of the collectors market, Legendary Dragons, the sealed set, we see listings as low as 110 here on TCG Player, but it is a little bit cheaper over here. We're starting to see this trend like the first two Legendary decks, where they hit over $100 for sales, and it does somewhat quickly reach that point over here. Now, Mega Fleet is getting a reprint, but I don't expect that little dip in value to really affect this. The question does come, should you be getting these cards, or will Konami pull another unlimited reprint like the first two and be confident in it? I do think this is something Konami might eye during a certain holiday season. I don't know about this year with the Crush card being a thing, but I feel like it is something Konami will eventually go after. So if you're considering the singles, you're like, building my Dark Magician deck for funsies, this, I think, will go up over time, but an unlimited printing will crash the singles. Maybe not the sealed as much, but even then it should still take a hit on the nose. What do you guys think about everything happening with this market? It's insane. It's actually absurd how it just keeps chugging through all times. You would think with organized play being shut down that it would kind of take a little bit of a snooze and the collector's market would be the only thing still going up, but we're still seeing cards that could potentially be reprinted still just going on up. It's really wild. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps the channel out a lot, completely free, just like using that TCG Player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly. And seriously, let me know what you think of all these things happening, and what misprints maybe that you actually enjoy collecting. And maybe I'm too harsh on no names, but that's recreatable by damaging cards, so that's not what a lot of the misprint collectors are after, at least that I've talked to.